It didn't go, huh? I've been practicing. I worked with you guys earlier. All right, so yeah, I have the privilege of sharing with you, about the company and what we actually do for people. And I love what we do. I got in this business, I was a client first. Anybody know who Kenny Hughes is? Yeah. So Kenny Hughes sat down with my family and I. He did a financial needs analysis. And my background is construction. I was a sanitation engineer, which is a fancy term for a trash man, for a few years. And so Kenny sat down with us, he put together an analysis and made such a huge impact, but our biggest problem was lack of income to work with. Anybody know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So every financial analysis does what's called a shortfall. And what a shortfall is, it's the difference between how much you're earning now versus how much more income you need to achieve or earn to reach your goals. So we had a $1,252 a month shortfall.
Ooh.
So Kenny says, all right, Basil, you got two choices, my friend. You can either reduce your goals or increase your income. Which would you rather do? Of course, I said I'd rather increase income. So he started talking to me about the business, and I told him no. I said, it's not for me. You can see how jacked up my finances are. I have no business helping anybody do anything economically. But he was very good. In fact, it's not that he was really good, it's that he cared. See, he cared enough about my family's future financial success more than what I thought of him, as far as like, he's trying to recruit me. And that never came into my mind because I can see that he truly cared. Do you guys understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So I got started in the business, worked the business one night a week, part-time, averaged over $1,000 a month on like 2-3 hours a week. 7 months later, quit my job, went full-time, and became an RVP and all that stuff. But I fell in love with what the company does for people, and because I saw what it did for my family. So as you can see here, Primerica, they're no joke, right? They're work with some of the most recognizable companies in all the financial services industry. You might recognize a lot of these companies here. And they got a lot of representatives. You guys know the story, right? Publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange, been in business for a while, almost 9 million clients. And tons and tons of, I'm going backwards, tons and tons of recognition, incredible home offices. Has anybody toured? You guys had a chance? Isn't that an amazing facility? It's fantastic, right? You got almost 3,000 people that work for you to help you grow your business, and guess what? Guess what?
What?
You ain't got to pay them. You don't have to put them on your payroll. Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
It's fantastic. And then tons and tons of recognition, and all this without any advertising. So I find that to be pretty impressive. Would y'all agree with that?
Yes.
All right. So what our mission statement is to essentially help families accomplish 3 things. We want to help our clients become properly protected. We want to help them become debt-free and financially independent. Now, the need for what we do, it is at an all-time high, and really all you have to do is let the headlines tell the story. There's so many people right now, they're concerned about running out of money. There's people who are nowhere close to being properly protected. Consumer debt is through the roof, and almost 7 out of 10 people report living paycheck to paycheck. So would you all say that probably you know folks who live like that? Raise your hand if you do.
Oh, yeah.
We all do, okay? And so where we come in, we look at their situation, and what you're gonna find is people have money going all over the place, right? But really what we're trying to do is take all those resources, tie them together by means of the financial needs analysis, which is a customized, confidential, and complementary financial game plan that helps people get from where they are to truly where they need to be financially, okay? So let's look at just a simple example of a family. We're gonna call them Bob and Susan Smith, mid-30s. And before meeting with us, you'll find this family has some debt, okay? They have a mortgage balance of about $165,000. They're carrying about $13,000 in credit card debt. Now, some of you might be thinking, my goodness, they've got $13,000 in credit card debt? And then there's some people who are saying, my God, they only have $13,000 in credit card debt? It's going to take them 58 years to pay that off. With their life insurance, they had $300,000 total coverage, spending $298 a month. with their auto and homeowners insurance, they were spending $243 there. And then with their retirement, they had $20,000 sitting in an IRA, individual retirement account at the bank, earning 1%, putting in about $100 a month. That would have hit right around $72,000 by age 67, which you and I already know that it's nowhere close to being where they truly need to be, correct?
Right.
So then here's what I want you to imagine. They sit down with you. You educate them. You teach them financial concepts and principles. You find out what's important to them. And then you come back with the financial needs analysis and you show them a strategy where you can get them out of debt in 20 years and save them $56,000 of interest without spending any new dollars. How do you think that family's feeling about you right about now?
Very good.
And then with their life insurance, we find that they actually need $300,000 each, $25,000 on each child for $123. That's $175 a month savings. Do you feel like you'd have to be a fast-talking, super salesperson to get them to go from there to there?
No.
I mean, that's a no-brainer, right?
Right.
And then with their auto and homeowners insurance, we saved them $65 a month there. And then with their retirement strategy, we did what's called a rollover, meaning we moved those funds from the bank into a customized investment strategy using mutual funds. They're now going to increase their contributions from 100 to 300. And just using an average rate of return of 9%, it's over $1 million now at age 67. Now, where I come from in Shreveport, saving or investing 300 is better than 100. Is that the way it works in your neck of the woods? Okay, I'm just checking. You know, Kathy, some of these folks are from Anaheim. Right? We also help them with a budget plan. On average, when we go through those budget worksheets, we're finding anywhere between $300 to about $800 a month the average person doesn't even know exists. See, a lot of times you're going to get people who say, you know what, I can't afford to do this. Well, yes, you can. Right? Now you can. Then we help them set up an emergency fund. See, it's not a matter of if they're going to have an emergency, it's what?
When.
It's when. And then if they don't have that emergency fund, then doesn't that put them right back into
Yeah.
You see how all this comes together? And then we help them get access to a full-service law firm. We have one of our platform partners, Parker Stanberry, incredible organization that helps people get their wills, trusts, and really all their estate planning and legal matters in order. So imagine this. You sit down with a person, you show them our concepts, principles, what we do, how we help families, and you ask them on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, how would you rate your desire to be properly protected, debt-free, and financially independent? What do you think they're going to say? All day long. All day long, okay? So when you think about that, where we are as an organization, we are by far in the right place at the right time. But you know what our biggest problem is? We don't have enough help. We don't have enough distribution. So right now, what our game plan is, it's to build, whoa, that's pretty excited there. So what we're looking to do is build the massive distribution of financial services and financial education to the underserved middle-income families of America. So right now, we've got less, they're right about 3% of market share. Company's objective is to get to 10%. Now, when I got in the business 20 years ago, that said 2. 20 years later, we're at 3. Now, that's not because Primerica's not doing well. What it is because the marketplace is so huge and it continues to grow. I'm now taking care of second-generation clients. Right? Anybody doing that?
Yep.
Right? So we are in a very, very solid position to dominate the market. So let's look at the positions, right? We got 3 different career paths. I'm going to fly through this. The part-time position we refer to as a financial coach, okay? Now, this is someone who sits down with a client. Maybe you're visiting 2 to 4 clients per week. You're helping with their financial needs analysis. It's going to be about 5-10 hours, depending on if you're meeting with people in person or if you're using Zoom, okay? But the bottom line is, could you imagine what kind of a difference would an additional $20,000 to $30,000 a year do for your family? Now, some people might look at that and say, it's not really. Hey, I would work on Tuesday evenings between 6 and 9 and make $1,500 in a month. Someone calculate that. It's over $100 an hour. So you can't tell me that don't work, right? You can't tell, because all the checks they sent me cashed. None of them bounced, okay? Then you can transition to what we refer to as a junior broker or a common sense money manager. That can be part-time or full-time, new career. You know, now what you're doing is not just servicing your personal clients, but you're now helping with the recruiting, the licensing, and the training of financial coaches. So now, when you get promoted to that career path there, you get a chance to profit share with our agencies. In financial services, that's known as override income. So now what happens is your income goes to about $30,000 to $50,000 or more per year part-time. Now let me ask you, if you could earn $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $80,000 a year part-time, how different would things be if you were able to transition and make that work in your own business, right? How many of you guys would make a career change if you can do that? If you can replace what you're earning right now at your job, doing what we do, would you do it?
Yes.
Why not, right? And then you got the agency opportunity, right? Regional vice president. You max out on the compensation. Now what's going to happen is you can grow your income to anywhere from 100 to 300 or plus. And today you're going to hear from a lot of people who are more on the plus side. So I strongly suggest you pay attention and take notes to what you're going to hear today. So what we're looking to do, the whole purpose of this exercise, is to locate, train, and develop individuals who we can help open up more agencies. Remember, what did we say our biggest problem was? Lack of distribution. So that's what we're looking to do, is we're looking to find people, we're looking to staff out our own individual agencies, look for leadership, and help people develop their own. So right now, our number one objective is to grow distribution VP agencies. So here's the question that all the winners ask at this point. They ask, how do I get a license? Well, here's what happens. You can go out on your own and try to get your insurance license, pay on average about $600. Or you can let us sponsor you, come in through our agencies, and we can do that for under $100. Right now in January, isn't it like 49 or something like that? 49. Because the company's focused on growing, right? So $49 for an independent business application gets you in the system, and no, we don't make money on that. Oh, see, I knew that's how they make all their money. No, it's not, okay? Then you've got the ultimate support system known as Primerica Online. All your technology, your client relationship managers, your websites, business reports, all of that. That's the typical average of that cost. But you work with us, it's $25 a month. And because you're an independent contractor with our agencies, you get to write all that off as a business expense. Anybody interested in saving hundreds, if not thousands of years in taxes? A lot of the stuff you're spending money on today, the minute you come on board with us and get issued your rep ID number, all those things become tax deductible items. So right out the gate, you're getting ahead economically. So once you submit your paperwork and get your rep ID number, get together with the person who's going to be training you, learn about the licensing process, learn about the training, and position yourself where you could potentially earn anywhere between $200,000 plus just in training bonuses. So that's my little part today. Hopefully that made sense. I appreciate you all for being here. You could be anywhere on a Saturday morning, but you chose to be here. You guys are going to hear from some incredible speakers and leadership. I'm just the warm-up act. So please pay attention, take notes, and enjoy the rest of your morning. Glenn is up back to
you. He not only looks good, he can talk.